Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 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 1, 2, 3 for Assumption and Manawa. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, 1, 2 for Manawa and Assumption girls basketball. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Assumption, testing for Assumption and Manawa. Testing, testing, Assumption Manawa from Assumption High School. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, testing, testing. Assumption Manawa from Assumption High School. Testing levels look good here from Assumption. Good, good, good.
Corner allowed in the gymnasium. If you have small children attending the game tonight, please be sure that they are seated. Please accompany them if they need to leave the gymnasium. Please rise for prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father, the communities of Manawa and Assumption, your families and friends gather before you to give praise and honor to your name. Through this event, help each of us to grow, mature, and witness your presence in our lives. We are a community of people with various backgrounds and abilities. Help each of us, Father, to do our best and to be supportive and respectful of others. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem, tonight performed by the Assumption Pep Band under the direction of Molly Thomas. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening on this very special night. It's senior night. We are honoring the student athletes of the girls basketball team. These athletes have spent countless hours dedicating themselves to their team. They have given us great entertainment throughout the 4 years they have been here. So tonight we are here to honor them. One by one, we will call out these dedicated student athletes with the people who have supported them. Sadie Donahue, daughter of Troy and Peggy Donahue. Izzy Youngworth, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Pete and Sarah Youngworth. Kayla Kirkman, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Dave and Diane Kirkman. Clara Kubis, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joe and Lisa Kubis. Ayanara Sanz de Rosas, hosted by Dr. and Mrs. Todd and Tara Duelman. Thank you again, ladies, for all of your hard work and commitment to the program. Let's give it up for the seniors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups for tonight's match for the Manawa Wolves. Number 1, Alexis Hepke.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Good evening, and welcome to Assumption High School as we get you ready for girls non-conference basketball here tonight. It is the visiting Manawa Wolves and the home Assumption Royals. Good evening, everyone. Steve Mapes alongside Sydney Seavey here for the final week of regular season girls basketball. It is the final home regular season game for the Assumption Royals. Go through the starting lineups first for the visiting Manawa Wolves. Alexis Hedke, McKenna Wigner, Jaden Jagger, Malia Perk, and Marilyn Klatt for the Manawa Wolves, coming in at 13 overall, or 13 and 8, I should say, overall. For the Assumption Royals, starting their 4 seniors, Ionar Sancerosas, Izzy Youngworth, Sadie Donahue, Kayla Kirkman, and Malia Colo. The Royals, 19 and 3 overall. They did receive a number 1 seed in the postseason. Manawa comes in with an 8 seed. And Manawa in their road black uniforms, red numerals, white outlines, wolves sketched across the chest. Assumption in their home white uniforms, blue numerals, white lettering, and royal blue outlines. Manawa right to left, Assumption left to right here on Senior Night 2022. And we are underway. The JV game was exciting. Hopefully much of the same here tonight. Manawa starts in a 2-3 zone, coming off of a loss to Gresham. And Gresham, with that win over Manawa, was able to secure a tie in the Merriwood, or excuse me, in the Central Wisconsin North Conference, as Sensi Rosas turns it over for Assumption to start. Assumption will be at Marathon on Thursday to wrap up the regular season, and then they will host Marion in level 1 as Malia Colo steps out of bounds. They will hopefully, depending on how Tuesday and Friday go, then they will host a regional final on Saturday, most likely. We'll see how things go, but could be another rematch against the Athens Blue Jays, as that one's going to be turned over. Youngworth up ahead to Sensi Rosas. Donahue off of her shoulder and turns it over. Again, starting the 4 seniors plus Malia Colo. They do have 5 seniors. Claire Kubis, the team manager, got introduced with the ball club again here tonight. Manawa on the right wing. That's Malia Perk for the Wolves. Manawa moving to the Central Wisconsin East Conference next year with Amherst and Iola and the likes of those schools. And Sensi Rosas steps through, can't get it to go. Offense rebound by Sadie Donahue. Izzy Youngworth, top of the key, 3-pointer, and nothing but net for Izzy Youngworth. Made the mistake a couple of times in the Marshfield game I did on Friday, where it was nothing but net, but set it rattled in, so I had to hold myself off on that one. Assumption up 3-0, a minute and a half gone by here tonight. Final home regular season game for the Royals, trying to improve to 20 and 3. Now it's going to be tipped around, and Izzy Youngworth comes away with it for the Royals. Manawa comes in at 10 and 1 in conference, but just 13 and 8 overall. Youngworth on the right elbow, and Kirkman traveled with it. She got away with it earlier. As we have 2 games going on besides this one. We've got Athens and Iola Scandinavia. We'll keep our eye out on that one. And then Columbus Catholic and Neilsville girls basketball. And that was going to be intercepted by Kristen Casey, who checked in along with Kendall Dillman for Izzy Youngworth and Sadie Donahue. Sensi Rosas in the lane. Floater left it short. Tipped out of bounds. And it's going to go back to Manawa. Doesn't look like we have that game live. Not sure what happened for Columbus Catholic and Neilsville girls. Not exactly sure what transpired there. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds. Staying with Manawa, 3-0, 15 and a half to go. Score from Iola. Thunderbirds up 21-14 with 8.5 minutes to go. Manawa looking for their first points here tonight against the 5th-ranked Assumption Royals. We'll go through the tournament bracket at halftime. Left open, 3-pointer, left it short. Malia Colo going up high and getting it. Kendall Dillman with the outlet. Dribbles through, finds Cesar Rosas. INR goes baseline, gets fouled, and lays it in. The continuation for Cesar Rosas, and she's going to go line for +1. Nice job, good strength by INR. As the three freshmen will check in if INR can hit the free throw. Addie Vollert checks in. Anna Schooley. Sarah Shaw will check in for INR if she can put it in. Olivia Santos, 6-foot freshman, in for Manawa. The and one for INR is perfect. Also into the game, I believe, is Jolie Jagger, 14. She's got it now, the sophomore. Under head coach Patrick Collins. And it's going to be out of bounds. And back to the Royals, 6-0 with 15 minutes to go in this first half. Again, the computer seedings came out yesterday. And as posted on our Facebook page, equipment malfunction, no Neilsville and Columbus Catholic girls basketball. I'm sure Jason might have highlights. We'll see how all of that transpires here tonight. And coming up, Addie Vollert up ahead to Sarah Shaw, and it's going to be 8-0 Royals. And Manawa, Coach Collins, will take a timeout. We'll do the same, 14:31 to go in the first half. It's 8-0 Assumption. You saw right there, folks, $5 a month, about 20 cents per article or so. You can become a Zaleski Sports VIP member. Read all of our exclusive bracket projections, and as well as game of the night previews and all the sorts of that. $5 at ZaleskiSports.com to become a VIP member. As Jason mentioned to us, Zaleski Sport, or the crew at Zaleski Sports, between Jason and Paul Lecker and Mike Wenlett, three main writers that we have right now, they do a lot of research, have a lot of time invested. So to help them and to help us with the VIP membership, especially with spring sports coming up, soccer, track and field, baseball and softball. We'll have a lot of those with team previews and the likes of those. Sarah Shaw on the right side, pull up, blocked by Santos and rebounded by Santos as well. And the freshman should not have dribbled that away and got it stolen away from Sarah Shaw, one of the best stealers in the area, as Kendall Dillman with another travel for Assumption. 13:29 to go here in the first half, 8-0. Good contingency of Assumption Royal faithful here tonight. The boys play tomorrow against Wild Rose. They've only got 2 weeks left. Wild Rose Tuesday, Auburndale on Friday. Sydney and I will be over at the Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Fieldhouse on Thursday. Possible conference championship, or it is conference championship on the line. Either Wausau West wins it outright, or Wisconsin Rapids can share it with the Warriors. Wausau West handedly took it to them in their first meeting as Santos is on the ground. Three-pointer in the right corner. Can't get that one to go. Tipped around, and it's going to be out of bounds, staying with Manawa. Again, if you're a Manawa fan, let us know. If you're a basketball fan, let us know where you're watching from. Give you a shout out here on Zaleski Sports. And if you are a Manawa fan that's annoyed with how I say Manawa, when it was on the radio a lot, there's a up and under move by Marilyn Klatt when I used to work at the radio station in Waupaca, they advertised for the Manawa Rodeo a lot, and the guy that would announce or preview that always said Manawa Rodeo. So kind of just stuck, and appreciate all the folks in Manawa. That's a huge thing that happens in Manawa. And a schoolie pull-up jumper for 2. 4th of July weekend, always a huge event in central Wisconsin. And INR is going to pick up a foul in the backcourt. I haven't been, but I know my dad had been there when he was younger, and it's a great place to go. Usually really hot over the 4th of July weekend, and so that's sometimes a bummer, but great place to watch rodeo. Some of the top riders in the world, or in the United States at least, go over to Manawa. There's a jump ball back to the Wolves with 12:06 to go in this first half. 10-2 Assumption. Manawa got an 8 seed, I believe. Take a quick look there. Yeah, they got a home game. They'll take on Algoma as the pass intercepted by Izzy Youngworth. Those computer seeds again came out yesterday. Division 4 for, that was a bad pass by Kayla Kirkman. Division 4 for Manawa as Olivia Santos lost control. They hit off her head and then couldn't track it down. Back to Assumption in the far corner. That's not a very easy sectional, though, for Manawa. If they can beat Algoma, they will head over to Fond du Lac to take on St. Mary Catholic. The schools in that sectional, St. Mary Catholic, Algoma, Manawa, as well as Coleman, Roncalli, Oconto, Bondwell, Crivets, Crandon, Shiocton, Waiwega, and the number 2 seed, Mishicot. Mishicot went to state last year, I believe. As INR got that one ripped away. Quickly up ahead into the front court, Alexis Hedke. And another traveling call here tonight. 5th traveling call in the first, what are we, nearly 7 minutes in? 6 minutes, 45 seconds. 2 on Manawa, 3 on Assumption. Good work. Get all these kinks worked out before the postseason starts in 8 days. Assumption will host Marion. We'll have that game live for you right here on Zaleski Sports. The Marion Mustangs out of the Central Wisconsin, I believe, East Conference? North, maybe? There's a three-pointer for Izzy Youngworth. Izzy knocks down a 3. She's got 6, and the Royals lead 13-2. Hedke trying to cross the timeline. She does, being dogged by INR, who's already got a foul. Gets triple teamed in the corner. And so I believe Kristen Casey stepped out of bounds while she was trying to rip it out of the hands of Alexis Hedke. As Daisy Kruger checks in, as well as Sarah Shaw. Gonna expect fair to middling crowd on Tuesday next week. Would not expect a whole lot of people to come, but come out and support the Assumption girls. Looking to make it this year back to Green Bay for the state tournament. And there's a traveling again on Manawa. Last year down at the Lacrosse Center, took care of business against McDonald Central, who's one of the top teams in the state, as well as Three Lakes. They could face off with Three Lakes in a sectional final at DC Everest in a couple of Saturdays. INR double dribbled, got away with it. Sarah Shaw on the left wing, Izzy Youngworth at the free throw line. Kristen Casey over to Ionara. Looking down low to Malia Colo. Kristen Casey back with it at the top of the key. Sends Rosas on the baseline. We'll go through Assumption sectional as well here in just a little bit. At halftime, we'll break it down, as well as a handful of our other local teams. Kristen Casey for 3, left it short, and in the hands of Daisy Krieger, who almost traveled with it on the rebound. Up ahead there for Jolie Jagger, gets double teamed, and INR is going to pick up her her second foul. 9:37 to go. It's sure going to be fun, though. Sure going to be fun possibility of a regional final here at Assumption. You would expect Spencer to win their regional semifinal, and then they would take on Athens. That's a 4-5 matchup, and then the winner of that one would have to come here on a Saturday, as that one's out of the hands, and back to Assumption it goes with 9:24 to go. Sends Rosas across the timeline, finds Malia Colo. Colo takes a couple dribbles up and back. Back out to Izzy Youngworth in the corner. She thought about it. Colo over to Shaw. Shaw to San Rosas. Back over to Sarah Shaw. We talked to Coach Jaglinski about it the other night. As Sarah Shaw is open for three. Good passing, and she airballs it. But talked to Coach Jaglinski about it when they beat Auburndale last Tuesday. As that one's going to be stolen away. Sarah Shaw on the baseline and going to be poked out. But they go 8 or 9 deep on the bench, which helps them tremendously with their conditioning. And we saw it against Athens a couple of weeks ago. They just wore them out. They wore them down, wore them out. Athens in action tonight against Pittsville. They beat Auburndale the other night. We'll get into that scenario. Did Athens, as Kristen Casey's got it on the right side, over to Sarah Shaw. Youngworth. Shaw on the left wing. 8.5 minutes to go, first half, 13-2 Royals. As Ionara goes baseline, dribbles out of a lot of congestion, over the top to Kristen Casey. Back to San Rosas, down low to Malia Colo. Malia backs her way down, can't finish. Rebound taken by Malia Perk. And now she picked up her dribble and is in trouble. Ionara's got to be careful. She's got 2 fouls. Across the timeline, intercepted by Malia Colo. 2-on-1. Malia up and in. Good strong take for Malia Colo. She's got 2, and the Royals lead by 13. So with the win last Tuesday against Auburndale, going baseline, gets double-teamed right away. Swings around to Alexis Hedke. The leading scorer on this team for Manawa is McKenna Wegener. And Malia Colo is going to pick up a foul. And Krieger will go to the line for 2 free throws. But with the win for Assumption last Tuesday against Auburndale, and then with the help of Athens' win over Auburndale on Friday, I believe it was. First free throw is good. Assumption is your Merriwood South Conference champions, back-to-back years. Last year was a 3-way tie for first. Stratford, Auburndale, and Assumption. This year outright for the Royals, closing in on their 20th win compared to 3 losses. Score at halftime in Iola. The Thunderbirds up 32-23. Saw Iola dismantle Marathon last week. Kendall Dillman for 3 in the corner. Bit strong. Rebound taken by Manawa. 15-3 Royals, 7:20 to go. We'll take a look as well as that. Kendall Dillman had it. Tried to tip it to herself and then came away with it. Up ahead to Kirkman. Left-handed layup for Kayla and finishes. Wasn't the prettiest layup, but got the job done and laid it in. 17-3 Royals. Take a look at that Pittsville-Athens game. Would assume that Athens would take control of Pittsville. Got a game tomorrow or Thursday, I believe. Maybe Friday. Who knows? I'll take a look. But Wild Rose and Pacelli girls at Pacelli. Kale Jacoby, Trevor Zaleski, I believe, on that one. Upcoming this week. Inbounding to our left, baseline left. And with it now is McKenna Wegener. Again, McKenna, the leading scorer for Manawa. Only 3 points total for the Wolves as Santos gets fouled by Vollert. And Olivia Santos will go to the line for 2 free throws. First one for Santos is up, and it is left way short. Fleet Farm's hiring event is going on now. All locations are looking to hire, get competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and a 20% discount for you and your immediate family. Apply online today. Fleet Farm, probably serving the Midwest since 1955. Second one off the mark, rebounded by Kayla Kirkman. Kirkman quickly ahead into the front court and lost it with Izzy Youngworth on her hip. Vollert over to Youngworth on the right side. Into Kirkman, good pass up ahead. And Schooley tried the reverse layup and got stuck in the motion and traveled with it. 6:29 to go. Probably going to get up to double-digit travels in the first half. 7 maybe right now. Wegener on the right side. Top of the key for Klatt. And the Assumption boys back in action tomorrow against Wild Rose. They took down Abbotsford last week. Santos up and in. Olivia Santos. Yeah, an expected win for the Assumption boys last Friday against Abbotsford. Youngworth in the corner finds Schooley. Back out to Youngworth. We'll see how all that happens next week. In the seating releases maybe on Sunday. That one's through the hands of Kayla Kirkman and turned over. And throws it up there on the layup on the run and off of Youngworth or Kirkman. Either one, 5:35 to go in this first half as Kristen Casey will check back in for the Royals. And we will have that. We got a couple of big games tomorrow. Marshfield and Rhinelander boys. Mosinee, coming off their first loss of the year on the girls' side, will take on the undefeated and second-ranked team in Division III, the Freedom Irish, I believe it is. And so that will be a big test for Mosinee again. I was at that game on Thursday when Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln went up there and took them down. Big confidence booster. Wisconsin Rapids still got a 9 seed in their bracket. Again, we'll go through all those at halftime. 5:15 to go here in this first half. 17-5 Assumption. A couple of them that we don't really a lot of the Milwaukee schools and handful of Fox Valley and the southwest part of the state we won't go through. Just a lot of our local schools. At halftime, we've got schools in all divisions that we cover here on Zaleski Sports. Leah Colo at the left elbow, over to Sarah Shaw, into Anna Schooley, back out to Shaw. Dillman kicks out to Shaw. Driving kick, and Sarah, a bit strong. Offensive rebound, though, right back to her. Anna Schooley, pull-up jumper. That was a good-looking shot for Anna Schooley. She's got 4, and it's 19-5 Assumption. Santos through her hands and out of bounds. Manawa coming in at 13-8 overall, 10-1 in the Central Wisconsin North Conference. They lost to Gresham last week, and that allowed Gresham, there's a jump ball staying with the Royals, that allowed Gresham to tie for first as Emily Lauren checks in. Lauren checks in for the first time. 4.5 minutes left here in this first half. 19-5 Royals. 4 of the points have been layups. One of them a free throw for the Manawa Wolves. Kendall Dillman for 3. Kenny hits a big 3, and it's 22-5 Assumption. Yeah, these two teams were supposed to play last year. Got canceled as a part of Assumption's second quarantine during all that stuff last year. Big news out of Dane County today. We'll get into that as well, if it will stick or not, depending on what the university has in mind. Renovation over at Camp Randall Stadium is said will be done in time for football. Pull-up jumper on the right baseline is in and out. Going baseline again for Manawa is tipped out of bounds by Kendall Dillman. It doesn't much matter. Doesn't much matter for girls basketball because they're in Green Bay at Schwabenon, Brown County area, right outside of historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay at the Resch Center. But Dane County announced today, I think Dane County and Milwaukee County announced that as Lauren off the mark, offensive rebound blocked by Schooley, rebounded by Schooley, and up ahead to Kendall Dillman. Dillman on the right wing, kicks over to Shaw. But again, it's all up to the counties. On February 28th will drop all mask mandates in Milwaukee and Dane County. But again, depending on what the university has in mind, they might have a different rule. As we saw in Portage County, UWSP has a mask rule, but our friend Michael Comer from Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports said not very imposed. And Malia Kola with an offensive rebound. She gets fouled, and she'll go to line for +1. 24-5 Royals. So we'll see how all that happens. We got a couple of teams in our area that could make a trip down to Madison. Championship Saturday on the 19th of March. The girls on the 12th. And Malia Colo stepped over the line as Youngworth, Kirkman, Sansirosas, and Vollerts will check in, leaving Sarah Shaw. No, leaving Malia Colo, I should say. So again, playoff start next Tuesday, 8 days from tonight. Might have our first game done with Assumption and Marion. We'll get into that matchup in just a little bit, but assume it's an Assumption win. Probably be the biggest upset in basketball history if it goes any other way. But we'll talk about that at halftime as well. We hear from our sponsors. Get you ready for the second half of basketball here in Wisconsin Rapids. It's been all Assumption here tonight. 2 minutes left, 24-5. Kayla Kirkman traveled with it again. And checking back into the game is Amber Feitzer for Manawa. And the Wolves will have a home game against Algoma in round 1 next Tuesday. And it's going to be a foul. Inbounding is Daisy Krieger. No foul, just out of bounds. Again, trapped right away along the sideline, going baseline. Manawa, as mentioned earlier, will head to the Central Wisconsin East Conference next year with the likes of Amherst and Iola, as Coach Collins will take a full timeout. We'll do the same. Why not? 1:49 to go here in the first half. 24-5 Royals.
Premier Realty Group is the #1 selling real estate team in the Wisconsin Rapids area 3 years running. Every listing at Premier Realty Group includes 4K cinematic videos, professional photography, 3D Matterport virtual tours, and more. Nobody sells more homes than Premier Realty Group. Call 715-424-0000. That's 424-0000 today.
Rustic Redefined is the area's boutique clothing store for women and children. You'll find a personalized shopping experience with unique and trendy styles to choose from. Rustic Redefined specializes in affordable clothes and accessories with red carpet service. Find your individual style at Rustic Redefined on 8th Street South in Wisconsin Rapids and Rustic Redefined on Facebook.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. We'll go through that. I already went through Manawa, so we'll go through Assumption's section here in just a moment. with 1:49 to go here in the first half, 24-5 Royals. But they have a couple of teams that they've played already this year, and setting up for a couple of big matchups. That was going to be tipped out of bounds and staying with Assumption. So we'll go to the bottom half first here in just a moment. Again, all these teams got 16 and I think 13 on the other side as White Lake got a 13 seed. We'll go through all that at halftime. A lot of schools to see their season come to an end in the next 2 weeks. Eddie Voller, three-pointer on the right side. Again, the ball movement for the Royals has been on point tonight. And a great save by Malia Colo, but quickly up ahead for the Wolves. Nice pass in there, but intercepted again by who else but Sarah Shaw with 1 minute to go here in the first half. 24-5 Royals, 60 seconds left. Again, you see it here with Manawa. They're in zone, but a team that does not have a deep bench. As Sarah Shaw on the right side, and again, you just see it in their demeanor, and you see it in their posture. They're just exhausted, and that is what Assumption will do. They play 8 or 9 every game, and right side for Kirkman. 30 seconds left. We'll get all the glitching out of the way at halftime. Again, we keep this equipment up here for the most part, as Izzy Youngworth for 3 off the mark. 20 seconds to go. Right side. Across, one-handed line drive pass at the feet, and another turnover with 15 seconds left. Royals lead 24-5 first half. Kayla Kirkman with it across the timeline for the Royals. Shaw to Vollert, under 10 seconds to go. And a foul. That's only the 13th foul on Manawa with 5.7 seconds remaining. As Izzy Youngworth to inbound. Finds Vollert. 5 seconds left. You got to do something. Got to get something going here. Last shot. Shaw lets it up. Count if it goes, and it is off the mark. And we have played one half of basketball here in Wisconsin Rapids. All Royals, 24-5. We'll hear from our sponsors, get the glitch figured out, and be back to Assumption High School. You're watching Assumption Royal Girls Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
White
Whitetail Lanes is your fun headquarters in central Wisconsin. We offer a clean, family-friendly environment. Whether you come to bowl, eat, visit our pro shop, or just
Wondering
hang
what to
out.
feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
First things first with Midstate Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Midstate Technical College.
Really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Why am I an orthopedic surgeon? It's a great question. It was nothing I planned. I actually am a Spanish major. Went back to school and became a physical therapist. That was okay, but I decided to go back to school and become the surgeon. I think the biggest thing when you're talking to the patient is if you can relate to them, number one. Number two is if you can teach them what the problem is. If you can teach them what the problem is, they're going to do fine. They're going to learn what it is, they're going to figure out how to fix it, and then they're going to adapt. There's days when things don't work out and things are harder than others, but clearly you're here for one reason and you're not here for you. You're here for the patient that comes in. Healthcare is kind of like going to the supper club in Wisconsin. You always feel like you need to travel to get a better Friday fish fry or to get the prime rib on Saturday, but really here we have everything under the same roof. We have everything within a hospital that, quite frankly, is rated in the top 2 hospitals in the state for joint replacements. We have hospitals coming to us to ask how we do joint replacements, how we solve the problem, how we get patients motivated and moving with very low risk and very low complication rates. And our outcomes are much better.
One half in the books here in Wisconsin Rapids. Go through our first half scoring here first for the visiting Manawa Wolves. They don't have a lot. Got 5 on the board. Daisy Krieger had a free throw. Marilyn Klatt had 2. And Olivia Santos had a layup. For the Assumption Royals, Sarah Shaw had 2. INR had 3. Kendall Dillman had 3. Izzy Youngworth with 6. Kayla Kirkman with 2. Anna Schooley with 4. And Malia Colo finished with 4. So we'll take a look here at the Assumption bracket for the postseason. Again, they got a number 1 seed. We'll go through the bottom half of that section first. So number 1 seed will be Leona. Number 9 seed Wasaki will head to the Oneida Nation. Number 5 seed Florence will take on Gibraltar. Number 13 seed will head to Gillett. That is White Lake. Niagara, a 3 seed, will have a first round bye. They will get the winner of Goodman Pembine at Lena. Number 7 seed Suring will host Bowler, and the winner of that one will have number 2 seeded Three Lakes. In Assumptions, they've got all 16. In the bottom half, they had 3 that dropped out of participation. For the Assumption sectional, they've got number 1 seed Assumption. They host Marion. That is next Tuesday at 7 p.m. The winner of Assumption Marion will take on the winner of Newman Catholic and Columbus Catholic. That's an 8-9 matchup. Number 5 seed Spencer will host number 12 Rocholtz. Number 13 seed Port Edwards will head to Athens. Number 3 seed Edgar will host Tigerton, and the winner of that game will take on the winner of Northland Lutheran and Gresham. Number 7 Pacelli will host Almond Bancroft. Tri-County will be at Wild Rose. So as mentioned, a couple of those matchups could happen again. Assumption and Newman, or Assumption and I don't believe Assumption and Columbus played in the Cranberry Classic, but that would be a matchup next Friday. Spencer and Athens would be a good one if Heaven Kind is available. For Spencer, Edgar and Gresham. Edgar would be a good, tough matchup. And then, again, a matchup that we haven't seen that I would hope to see in a regional final. That would be Wild Rose and Edgar. Wild Rose, I don't want to put anything against Wild Rose or their scheduling, but it hasn't been overly tough. Non-conference schedule wasn't, again, overly strong, and that is probably a reason that Assumption got the 1 seed and Wild Rose got the 2 seed in this section. So they could meet up again at Wausau West on Thursday, March 3rd, and then a sectional final at DC Everest on Saturday, March the 5th. That was Division 5, sectional number 2. Division 1, maybe we'll go through it. Our 2 teams, Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln, got a 9 seed. They head to Hudson on that first Friday regional semifinal. And then Marshfield has to go over to Kimberly, a 7-10 matchup for the Marshfield Tigers, who are much improved from what many people had thought coming in. Marshfield 3rd in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Kirkman down to Kristen Casey, can't finish. Kristen's on the floor and nearly turned it over. And Izzy Youngworth comes with a steal. She's going to have a layup, and she's going to be up to 8 points. Making her case for a Zaleski Sports Player of the Game nod. A couple of threes in the first, and a senior. A good pass behind the defense for McKenna Wegener. McKenna's first points of the night. 26-7, 17 minutes to go. Malia Colo gets double teamed. Youngworth, the Sensor Osas, INR 3. Left to short, rebounded by Youngworth. Kristen Casey on the left wing. Sensor Rosas tells Colo to set a screen, then Youngworth sets a screen. Back out to Iz. Kayla Kirkman traveled with it again. As inbounding will be Alexis Hetke for the Manawa Wolves. Again, Manawa drew an 8 seed. They will host Algoma next Tuesday. As that one's going to be thrown to nobody. Colo up ahead to Sensi Rosas. Ayanara with the left-handed layup and in. Again, an issue that teams will have against Assumption. Just mentioned it quite a bit in that first half. Just conditioning. The way that Assumption runs and traps and plays defense is not like what a lot of people have faced this year. And especially once you get to those gyms like Wausau West and DC Everest have a different point of view, line of sight, I should say. As Sensi Rosas kicks it over to Youngworth. Is he three more? Yes. Izzy Youngworth having herself a night. Youngworth up to 11, and Coach Collins will take a timeout. 15:47 to go in the second half. We'll hear from Roberts PT and be back to Wisconsin Rapids after this.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
15:47 to go. Izzy Youngworth up to 11 points tonight, 3 3-pointers. Again, she was out for a little bit of the start of 2022, and Assumption, much like last year, has been outstanding once the calendar has turned, and as the foul will be on the floor. But last year, 2020 into 2021, Assumption was phenomenal. Once the calendar flipped into the new year, much of the same here this year. They've only lost 3 games, 2 of them before the new year, and then they lost to Neillsville, who has a very good opportunity to make some noise in the Division IV playoffs and see what the Warriors can do. Neillsville hosts a sectional semifinal, their own, if they can get there, and Wegener got it tipped away by Shaw and staying with Assumption with 15:17 to go. Division II, our only team is Mosinee. And they got a number 1 seed in their sectional. Only 1 loss on the year. That came to Wisconsin Rapids last week. And there's going to be a foul on the drive. And going to the free throw line will be Marilyn Clapp. So Mosinee will have the winner of Wausau East and Anago. That game is at Anago, as Clapp's first free throw is good. In their bracket, number 1 Mosinee, number 9 Wausau East, number 8 Anago, 5 Shawano, number 4 New London. New London, a sneaky good team out of the Fox Valley area. Number 3, Rhinelander, 6, Ashland, 7, Medford, 10, Merrill, and 2 is Lakeland Union. Vollert's over to Shaw in the corner. 15 minutes to go. Good move by Anna Schooley. Can't finish the layup. Across the timeline goes Hedke. Good take there by Wegener. She's got 4 here in the half, and Manawa has already surpassed their first half total. 31-11, 14 and a half minutes to go. Sarah Shaw over to Addie Vollert. Vollert back over to Shaw, to Dillman. Moving around the offense with her couple of head nods was Kendall. Dillman on the right side. Takes a dribble back over to Shaw. Shaw to Dillon. Again, just slow, methodical offense for Assumption. Vollert is in the lane, kicks it out to Shaw. Sarah for 3, left it way short, and rebounded by Vollert. Gets double teamed on the rebound along the baseline. She somehow steps through the defenders. Back over to Shaw. Schooley pull-up jumper from 13. That was quite the sequence for Assumption. And stolen away by Kendall Dillman. She can't dribble. And Vollert gets hacked in the lane. And that's going to be team foul number 1 on Manawa here with 13:46 to go in the ball game. 3 check in for the Wolves. Kristen Casey will also check back in for Assumption for Sadie Donahue. And senior night here in Wisconsin Rapids. They honored their 5 seniors, 4 basketball players, and Clara Kubis, who is the team manager. Sarah Shaw back over to Kristen Casey. Again, Assumption Marion next Tuesday as Anna Schooley bounces it a couple of times on the rim and goes in. We'll also have Assumption's regular season finale. There's a blocking foul on Kristen Casey. Marathon hosting Assumption on Thursday. Matt Dickinson will have the call of that one for you from Marathon High School to see if they can wrap up their regular season conference championship with only 2 conference losses. Wegener with the drive with a little left-handed shiver. Kristen Casey in the corner. Down to Dillman. Dillman got blocked. But Kendall will go to the line for a couple. Then Division 3, we've got Amherst, our only local team that we cover in Division 3. Number 1 seed Freedom, who is they've been outstanding for many years, as Kendall Dillman in and out. Number 9, Northland Pines. 8, Clintonville. Number 5, Peshtigo will host Waupaca. Number 4 seed Wrightstown. Number 3, Xavier. Number 11, Little Chute. 6, Oconto Falls. Menominee Indian will host Tomahawk. And then Amherst will take on the winner of Menominee Indian and Tomahawk. Dillman 1 for 2 from the line. Then that would set up for one heck of a sectional or a regional final. Amherst and Xavier. And Amherst only goes about 8 deep, but they have height. They got a little speed as well. They took Mo's knee down to the wire. There's a carry and a travel. No call. Olivia Santos can't finish that one. And Kristen Casey comes away with it. Gets double teamed to the backcourt. Football passes it up ahead and turns it over. Kristen Casey lucky that Coach Klein wasn't watching that one. That was a bad pass. And Izzy Youngworth comes away with another steal for the Royals. Youngworth up to San Rosas. 36-13. And Olivia Santos, I believe, will pick up the foul with 12:36 remaining. Youngworth inbound, finds Malia Colo. Colo back to Youngworth. Kristen Casey out to Izzy Youngworth. Back out to Kristen Casey on the right wing. We'll talk to Izzy after the game unless something spectacular happens here at the end. Izzy Youngworth, a senior on this team. Down low to Colo. What a pass by INR. Got blocked from behind. Malia's got to be careful. She hits the floor. Has that floor burn on those knees. You could hear it. Good pass down to Santos. Olivia Santos, her first points of the second half, and it's 36-15. San Rosas crossed the timeline and got it poked away momentarily. Colo gets double teamed in the corner, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Royals with 11:45 to go. Hawkins Ash CPAs is a certified public accounting firm that is big enough to serve you but small enough to care. Accounting professionals in the firm's Marshfield office provide local tax and accounting services and are backed with the resources and support of 9 other offices and more than 150 team members. Contact Hawkins Ash CPAs in Marshfield for all your tax and accounting needs. Visit them online at hawkinsash.cpa to learn more. Santos can't dribble. She does anyway and takes her right at Malia Colo. Santos up to 4 here in the half, 36-17. They've doubled what they scored in the first half. It was 24-5 at halftime. INR is going to get that one taken away. Ball's on the floor, still loose, and it's going to be a jump ball. Manawa will have it. But that was a really good job by Malia Colo to reach for the ball and not grab arm or hand or wrist or anything. 11 minutes to go here in the ball game. Just past 8 o'clock as Sensei Rosas got held as she tipped that one away. On the left side, swings over to Wegener, working against Youngworth. Lost it, out of bounds, staying with Manawa. 10:50 to go in the ball game, 36-17. Back with the Royals on Thursday. Matt Dickinson, Gavin Zellick from Marathon High School. Back with Assumption Athletics tomorrow. They take on Wild Rose as Ayanara finishes with the left hand. A little bit of a stare down to Marilyn Klatt. Ball's on the floor. Another jump ball and a turnover. Ball to Assumption. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Solaris. With so much of our lives running on the internet these days, choosing a provider you know and trust has become more important than ever. Solaris Fiber Network is the fastest technology available. It's more reliable than cable internet and provides equal upload and download speeds. Solaris has been keeping Central Wisconsin connected for over 125 years and has the speeds you need. Call, stop in, or visit Solaris.net to learn more. Leah Colo showing off her ball skills, and she's going to get called for an offensive foul. Nobody enjoys being without comfort. Time to plan for the winter months ahead. Give the pros at Rapids Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace and AC service in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble, and we'll get the comfort working again rapidly. Call Rapids Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling at 715-301-0256 and visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. 10:05 to go, 38-17 Royals. Wintry mix in the forecast on Wednesday, but it's supposed to be 41 degrees. And to go along with that, there's a chance on Thursday. There's a three-pointer by Wegener. McKenna's up to 9. And a foul on Malia Perk. But depending on how the weather shifts, we could have literally on Thursday, we could either have nothing for snow or we could have a good old-fashioned snowstorm. So we will see. Stay tuned to ZaleskiSports.com, not for weather updates, but for scheduling updates and something that may or may not happen come scheduling conflicts. Sensei Rosas on the right side. One-handed pass over to Youngworth. Youngworth to Kirkman. Kirkman down to Colo. Colo with the reverse layup. Can't finish. And Malia will get called for the foul on the rebound with 9:29 to go in the ball game. Getting a little chippy here at times between these two non-conference opponents that only see each other maybe once a year. Again, last year they were supposed to play. Manawa was supposed to come here, but that was canceled due to Assumption's second stint on quarantine as Kristen Casey up ahead to Sensei Rosas, passes to Kirkman. She couldn't handle it, not out of bounds. H&S Manufacturing of Marshfield is hiring. If you're a hardworking individual, then they need you. Do you want a solid company that offers top wages along with very generous benefits package? Then check out the open positions at H&S. Their benefits include health, dental, life, and disability, plus 401k, cash bonuses, a $2 shift bonus, and a substantial vacation plan that has you earning vacation from your very first day. Looking for welders, painters, and assemblers for both first and second shift. To apply online, Google them at H&S Manufacturing or log on to hsmfgco.com. So Wegener with another bucket for Manawa as Kristen Casey traveled with it. She knew it. Score from Athens. Athens Blue Jays up 30-12 as Coach Klein, I believe, will take a timeout. We'll do the same. 8:41 to go in the ball game. 38-22 Royals. From First Contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in Central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today. Trainer Josh with the 50-50 raffle win tonight, $147 for Josh. Congratulations to him. Take a look at our weekly schedule. I was going to look at our weekly schedule. Trevor doesn't yet have it on the website. That will be added tomorrow or the day after. Anna Scully up ahead after the steal by the Royals. Sancerosas dribbles out of it. Back over to Kirkman. Sancerosas in the corner for 3. She knew it. As soon as it left her hand, it looked good, and she poured it in from 3, and it's 41-22. Across the timeline, intercepted by Kristen Casey. Up ahead to Sancerosas. INR on the left side, dribbles out of it. Back out to Kristen Casey. Casey over to Youngworth. Izzy looking for 14. Bit strong. Rebounded by Anna Scully. Didn't know where it was. Back out, and ball's loose on the floor. Manawa comes away with it with 7:50 to go. Wegener on the left wing. Still looking. Finds the outlet, Alexis Hedke. And appreciate everyone tuning in here tonight. Zaleski Sports, your home for Assumption Royals boys and girls basketball. And Kristen Casey, another steal. Swings around to Izzy Youngworth. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Good crowd watching online. In this non-conference girls basketball. One of 2 remaining games for the Assumption Royals. They will be at Marathon on Thursday. And then they will host Marion. And then the winner of Columbus Catholic and Newman. Look at Division 4. We've got a handful of teams in Division 4 in our area. Looking at in the bottom left quadrant of Section 1, Osseo Fairchild, the 1 seed, Whitehall, the 9, Regis, the 8. Now it's going to be out of bounds. Number 5, Fall Creek, 12, Spring Valley, 4, Durand, 3, Colfax, 11, Augusta, 6, Cadott, 7, Plum City, Elmwood. Number 10 is Mondovi, and number 2 is Neillsville. In the top part of that bracket, Phillips got a number 1 seed. They most likely will finish the Merriwood Conference undefeated. The Phillips Loggers came down here to Assumption and knocked off the Royals. They beat Athens. They beat Athens twice pretty handedly. They beat Auburndale. Obviously, if you go undefeated in conference, you're going to have to beat everybody, and that's exactly what the Phillips Loggers have done. INR goes baseline. The floater can't finish. Through the hands of Scully, taken and across half court, 41-22. And Coach Collins will take another timeout. We'll do the same full timeout. Back to Wisconsin Rapids, 41-22 Royals. You're watching Assumption Royals girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
6:23 to go in the ballgame, 41-22 Royals. Don't forget, Nacerville Dairy postgame show concludes this one tonight. The Royals well on their way to their 20th win of this season. They'll improve to 20-3 as Santos cleans up the mess and rebounded there by Schooley. And Addie Vollert in the backcourt. Dribbles through all sorts of mess and congestion. Anna Schooley on the right elbow. Back out to Sensi Rosas, to Dillman. One-handed pass over to Ayanara. Down to Schooley. Schooley out to Sensi Rosas. Ayanara for three. Sensi Rosas, three more for Assumption. She's had a nice second half. Up to 10 here in the second. Santos drives all the way. Rebounded by Wiegner, and she lays it in for two. McKenna, after not scoring in the first half, up to 13 here in the second. Their leading scorer on the team for the Wolves. 5:20 to go in the ball game. One section that might intrigue some folks that watch Zaleski Sports quite a bit. The upper right quadrant of Division 4. As Ayanara, why not? Three more. Yes! Ayanara for three more. She's got three three-pointers in the second half and is 47-24. The upper right quadrant, I was saying, number 1 seed Westfield. Number 9, Colby. And what a pass. Up and in for Sarah Shaw. Royals running and gunning here, back up 25. Number 5 seed Wittenberg Burnhamwood. Number 12 Montello. Number 4 Marathon. Number 3 Iola Scandinavia. Nisita comes in at 11. They'll head to Stratford, a number 6 seed. So Stratford or Nisita will take on Iola Scandinavia. Number 2 seed is Auburndale. They'll get the winner of Abbotsford and Nakusa. 4 coming in, Kristen Casey, Sadie Donahue, Kayla Kirkman, and Izzy Youngworth. And Lauren checking back in for Manawa. 4:22 to go in the ball game. Royals lead by 25. Good win for Assumption coming off a long break. Beat Abbotsford last week 50-28, and then obviously haven't played since Thursday. Have had a handful of these Monday night games, about 3 in a row, 3 or 4 in a row. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Ert, State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Get a free quote from Carrie Van Ert on auto, homeowners, renters, business, life, short-term income protection, long-term income protection, as well as banking products. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And like a good neighbor, Carrie Van Ert, State Farm is there for you in Wisconsin Rapids. Find Carrie Van Ert on Facebook to get started today. 3:45 and counting. Again, all Royals here tonight. They jumped out to a huge lead and have not squandered that lead since. Manawa will drop to 13-9 before they finish up their regular season. I believe Thursday. Not very many girls games on Friday, I wouldn't believe. And probably none on Saturday as the playoffs get ready. All the teams get ready for playoffs. Ayanara rims out, rebounded by Youngworth. Ayanara looking for some more here tonight. She's up to 16. Down low to Kirkman. Fadeaway. Wow. Kayla Kirkman with the turn and fade. And she's up to 4. Now it's going to be tipped around. Wegener gets fouled by Kristen Casey. That's one of those shots that you practice on the playground. With 3 minutes to go, 51-24 Assumption. And first one is off. Got Morgan Reichel, Sarah Shaw, Addie Vollert, and Kendall Dillman will take out the seniors here tonight for the Assumption Royals. Round of applause for the 4 seniors here on Senior Night 2022. Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. Wegener 1 for 2 from the line. She's done it all here in the second half, scoring-wise for Manawa. 2:45 to go. Naysville Dairy postgame show wraps this one up here tonight. And Morgan Reichel lost it. Taken by Lauren. behind the defense and well over the head of Amber Feitzer. Coach Collins just says, slow things down. Manawa with 4 seniors. McKenna Wegener, Jaden Jagger, Malia Perk, and Amber Feitzer for the Wolves. Again, we've seen how the Royals, that one's going to be out of bounds. We've seen how well the Royals have worked against pressure in the big moment. Obviously, winning state last year was a big moment. A lot of these girls were on that team. Obviously, the 3 freshmen were not. But they seem like they're ready for the long haul here with 2:10 to go in the ball game. Royals up 51-25. And Sadie Donahue will check back in for Assumption. See if we can get Sadie in the scorebook tonight. Had a couple of nice shots during the JV game. Royals looking for the sweep here tonight. All smiles and laughs over on the Assumption bench, rightfully so. Getting their 20th win of the season. Morgan Reichel reverse. Morgan's in the scorebook, and it's 53-25, 100 seconds to go tonight. Down low, and that was going to be out of bounds. Sadie Donahue will check in. Coach Klein with a grin. Morgan Rosano checked in, or is number 32 for Manawa. Royals looking to get Sadie Donahue the basketball here with 90 seconds to go. Sarah Shaw over to Dillman. Back over to Sarah Shaw. 1:20 to go. All Royals here tonight. Sadie Donahue wasn't ready for it from the pass from Kendall Dillman. Shaw back over to Dillman. Dillman out to Donahue. Sadie can't finish. Rebounded by Lauren. A couple of those she hit in that JV game right at that spot. Intercepted by Donahue. And Sarah Shaw finishes for the Royals. 50 seconds to go. 30-point Royals lead. And they're waiting for Sarah Shaw, or excuse me, Sadie Donahue up and can't finish again. Everybody wants it. A push off here on the near side. Donahue almost comes away with another steal, and it is going to be out of bounds to Assumption with 30.5 seconds to go. They take Sadie out of the inbounding position to let her get open here. 25 seconds to go. Kendall Dillman, Sadie Donahue, nothing called, and it's going to be a foul on Kendall Dillman. And now Manawa shoots free throws with 18 seconds left. .4 seconds remaining. Manawa trails by 30. Again, it was 24. Geez, I didn't even write it down. I think it was 24-5 at halftime. First one up, and it is good for Amber Feitzer, a senior in her own right. More basketball for you tomorrow. Assumption Wild Rose boys. No JV game, as we were told before this game started. Sadie Donahue up ahead. 10 seconds to go. Sarah Shaw on the right side. Looking down low. Donahue with the right hand up and can't finish. Tipped around. And that should do it here tonight as the Assumption Royals pick up a huge win, 55-26. Naysville Area postgame show coming up next, right here on Zaleski Sports. You're watching Assumption Royal girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Back here on the Nasonville Dairy post-game show is Zaleski Sports, talking to our player of the game, Izzy Youngworth. Izzy, you guys were able to get the big win tonight. Just talk a little bit about, what was going well for you guys as a team.
I think our defensive effort really came together today. We really saw each other out there, and communication has been a big thing that we're trying to work on, so I think that really came together today as well.
Yeah, so you were able to get hot tonight, had 3 3-pointers. Just talk a little bit about, what it means to be able to get your guys' offense going in the, heading into the postseason soon.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always really nice when your shots go in, and I think my mentality was, if I keep shooting, maybe they'll go in, and it's good to contribute any way I can to the team. And I know I got really hot too, so that was good. And yeah, it was just good all around.
Yeah, as you said, you've been able to get back into things shooting-wise. You did have an injury earlier in the season. Just talk a little bit about the comeback for you.
Yeah, so over Christmas break, I sprained my ankle pretty bad, and I was out for a few weeks, so this really just made me appreciate basketball more, and being able to come back, I've really learned to not take anything for granted, which,
And then lastly, tonight was your guys' senior night. Just talk a little bit about, each of your senior teammates, and just talk a little bit more about the girls you've been playing with since elementary school.
Yeah, I mean, they're my best friends. I spend so much time with them, and I love each and every one of them. They all do so much for the team, and we definitely would not be the team we are without them. So it's just really great to have them all, and I'm gonna miss playing with them.
All right, thank you, Izzy.
I'm Izzy Youngworth, and I'm in the house.
We appreciate Izzy Youngworth, and the Assumption Royals pick up a huge win again here tonight, 55-26. Royals back in action on Thursday against Marathon. We'll have that game live for you on Zaleski Sports. Matt Dickinson, Gavin Zellick will bring that one live on Thursday. We got boys basketball tomorrow. Head over to ZaleskiSports.com, click on weekly schedule. All those will be on there probably tomorrow morning for our upcoming games. For Sydney Seavey, this is Steve Mave signing off. You've been watching the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily at NasonvilleDairy.com. For Sydney Seavey, this is Steve Maves. Once again, final score, the Assumption Royals 55 and the Manawa Wolves 26. Have a great night, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm. We'll talk to you again tomorrow right here from Assumption High School on Zaleski Sports.